there's something incredibly fascinating about ancient ruins. Maybe it's the fact that they're a physical reminder of a civilization that once was. Or maybe it's because they're often so well preserved, despite being hundreds or even thousands of years old. Whatever the reason, there's no denying that ancient ruins are captivating. From the Peruvian city of Caral-Supe to the elegant ruins of Turkey's Derinkuyu Underground City, these ancient sites are sure to leave you awestruck. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll take a look at 10 of the most amazing ancient ruins from around the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this tour of the 10 most amazing ancient ruins on the planet. On number 10, we have Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde National Park, with its amazing collection of 600 old clifftop houses, is located deep in the American Southwest. The Cliff Palace is the most well-known of these residences. It was constructed into a sizable sandstone alcove that has provided it with protection from the weather for more than 7 centuries. The palace is comprised of about 150 rooms and 23 holy kivas, making it the biggest of its sort in North America. The other houses only had a few rooms for household use. These remarkable cliffside communities had been inhabited for about a century until they were abruptly abandoned in the 13th century. Nobody truly understands why. In Mesa Verde, there are now over 4,800 archaeological sites that date back to 550 AD, some of which are accessible to the general public. Next, we have Volubilus Morocco at number 9. The Berbers established this North African city, which is now 5,000 years old, and it eventually developed into a remote outpost of the Roman Empire. It was inhabited for 10 centuries, during which both Christian and Islamic civilizations coexisted. Despite seismic damage, the ancient remains, which include an aqueduct, hot baths, and a triumphal arch, are in excellent condition given their remoteness, temperature, and lengthy abandonment. The mosaic flooring at the House of Orpheus, the largest of the excavated homes, are particularly impressive. On number 8, there is Athens Greece's Acropolis. From the steep cliff known as the Acropolis, the grandest and best sanctuary of ancient Athens overlooks the heart of the current city. This sanctuary was principally devoted to its patron, the goddess Athena. The most well-known stories of ancient Athens, its most important religious celebrations, its oldest cults, and numerous pivotal historical events are all associated with this hallowed area. The Acropolis's monuments coexist peacefully with the surrounding environment. These one-of-a-kind works of ancient architecture, which innovatively mix many orders and styles of classical art, have affected art and culture for many ages. The Acropolis is the best representation of Athens' magnificence, power, and riches at its height during Pericles' golden period 5th century BC. The ancient stronghold of Masada is perhaps one of the most spectacular ruins on the earth, coming in at number 7. The location is eerily gorgeous. It is perched on a clifftop in Israel with views of the Dead Sea and the Judean desert. It was constructed as King Herod's palace and has a long history. It had contemporary amenities including a bathhouse and even private swimming pools. More notably, the massive structure saw the Jewish revolt's last stand, when the rebels chose death to a life of Roman enslavement. The battlements and military encampments stand as the best preserved examples of Roman siege architecture ever created. The sites are worth the arduous climb up one of 2 routes in the scorching heat. The Elora Caves is at number 6. The Elora Caverns are a collection of carved-out caves, monasteries, chapels, and temples in a basalt rock. Only 34 of 100 caverns are accessible to the general public. Elora, which is in Maharashtra, India, was created over the course of 5 centuries by Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain monks. It dates back to 600 AD. The Kailasa Temple is the Elora Caves' main attraction. It is the world's biggest monolithic sculpture and is dedicated to Lord Shiva. Another noteworthy site is the enormous Buddha who is teaching in the Carpenter's Cave, so named because the rock resembles polished wood. The 2 gigantic Indra sculptures in the Chota Kailasha Cave are not to be missed. Aphisis, one of the most spectacular Greek and Roman ruins on Earth, is located in western Turkey. It is included at number 5 on the list. It previously housed the well-known Temple of Artemis, which dates back more than 2,000 years. But the level of immersion that these ruins provide is what really sets them apart. In contrast to many other archaeological sites that are protected, you are allowed to touch, stand on, and stroll around the whole city. A number of historic public restrooms, the Library of Celsus, the Bath of Varius, Hadrian's Temple, and the Prytaneon are highlights. The Great Theater of Aphisis, the biggest outdoor theater in ancient times, has 25,000 seats and is located there. On number 4, we have Karnak. Due to its immense scale, the Karnak temple complex in Luxor, Egypt is stunning. There are several temples, sanctuaries, obelisks, and shrines scattered across the region, which is bigger than most ancient cities. Each Egyptian pharaoh left their unique architectural stamp throughout the more than 2,000 years it took to construct. The Great Hypostyle Hall is located after passing the Avenue of Sphinxes. One of the most well-known and popular tourist destinations in ancient Egypt is this huge space that is surrounded by massive sandstone columns and pylons. Visit the sacred lake and the surrounding granite scarab while you're here to view them. It is supposed that if you travel around it 7 times, love will find you. On number 3, we have Angkor. Angkor is a translation of the Sanskrit word Nagara, which means city. It was a prosperous ancient city that served as the Khmer Empire's capital between the 9th and 15th centuries. Today, Angkor is most known for the Hindu Angkor Wat Temple, which holds the record for being the biggest place of worship on Earth. It is renowned for being visited around daybreak because of the stunning sunlight above the temples. Apart from Angkor Wat, the Angkor Archaeological Park has a lot more amazing sights. The woodland, rice fields, and farmlands are home to more than 1,000 temples. Highlights include the mystical and jungle-covered Bang Malay Temple, which has an early library and exquisite sculptures, and the Bayon Temple, which dates to the 12th century and is in the geographic center of the ancient city of Angkor Thom. On number 2, we have the Peruvian city of Caral-Supe. The classification of a location as a UNESCO World Heritage Site is simply a trustworthy seal that says, "Visit here." One such location is the ancient remains of the holy city of Caral-Supe, which is the earliest civilization center in the Americas. It is situated north of Lima in a desert close to the Supe River and dates back more than 5,000 years. On its 150 acres are earth and stone homes, a lofty temple, and circular plazas that are submerged. This is outstanding architecture for a culture that did not produce ceramic ware. The excavations were started in 1994 by the Peruvian archaeologist Ruth Shady Sedal, and they are still going strong. The weathered pyramids of Caral-Supe predate the well-known Egyptian pyramids. Derinkuyu Underground City, Turkey is at number 1. Cappadocia offers sights beyond those that may be seen from its famous hot air balloon flights. In the Goreme National Park in the rock sites of Cappadocia, an otherworldly environment of hoodoos, fairy chimneys, and troglodyte villages, Derinkuyu is the larger of 2 underground settlements. Up to 20,000 people lived in the Byzantine metropolis, which was 18 floors below and had various levels, ventilation shafts, and water supply systems. It served as a haven during sieges. Doors made of thick stone wheels were used to keep out invaders. Derinkuyu is connected to other subterranean villages via kilometers of tunnel. And there you have it, 10 amazing ancient ruins that are definitely worth a visit. But don't take our word for it, go see them for yourself. Just be sure to pack your camera because these are sites that you're going to want to remember forever. Thanks for watching.